Hi, welcome back. For those of you who have the courage to return, I'd like to give something of an update after the group as a whole doing 5 months of individual and collective practice. Part of this has been the experience of taking the times of the day, that's different feelings from the mother's family, different feelings from the father's family, spread out over 24 hours. Those same feelings are also the seasons of the year. Quite a remarkable design, quite a remarkable opportunity, the way nature is presented for us to learn. And my suggestion was to prompt yourself as often as you can to feel different times of the day, even for just 10 seconds. There is a design for why 10 seconds. We can discuss that another time. But it's just the feeling of this moment and this cycle of the day. 10 seconds. And then later on, 10 seconds and 10 seconds and 10 seconds. Sunset, sunrise, just feeling them. The goal in that is over a season, 3 months, what I practice becomes more deeply sequentially embedded. The desire to be in harmony with the way nature has designed the day, the month, and the seasons, to bring myself more emotionally in harmony with divine design. That's the goal, but also to help me remember. So then there comes a 6 month cycle where we pass through the mother's family. There's an equinox, and we have a 6 month cycle where we pass through the father's family, and there's another equinox. Solstices are in there too. This was designed to link the practice of every day into a month, into a season. Now, I'm very confident this works. Now, the other part is the problem is it works. What I mean by that is if I practice this desire to want to feel consistently, then there is a sense of the increase of desire to feel, and the increase of desire to feel really does start to accumulate, and then it hits a boundary. A boundary is an emotional memory, genetically or socially imprinted. And that boundary causes a kickback of triggering emotional response. Sometimes it's just as simple as tiredness, numbness, procrastination. I don't want to do that. There are, thousands and thousands of these triggers waiting for us to feel. So for most people, they get really excited for a month or two or three, and then right around 3 to 4 months, trigger after trigger. I'm tired. I'm confused. I'm hurt. I'm not. I feel alone. Is there anybody really out there doing this with me? I don't know if this is going to work. I need some other distraction, substance, or vibration or activity because I don't want to do it. There's a shutdown series of limitations. Wow, I've experienced these myself. Some of them are pretty intense. So I've started examining what these boundaries are composed of because I got to tell you the truth. I don't like anything or anyone, seen or unseen, to control me. Yeah, I know it's a personal issue and I'm still having to deal with it, but I don't want to be controlled by anything or anyone, including my own emotional genetic boundaries. Because literally, these are woven into ancestral memory. I don't want to be controlled by my gene code. I don't want to be controlled by emotional reactions on a global or planetary level. I mean, forget it. I don't want to be controlled by aliens or anybody else for that matter. Certainly not the government, and certainly not a relationship. No, I don't want to be controlled by my father, my mother, or you. Sorry. Don't take it personally. It's all my stuff. I just don't want to be controlled. And I got to tell you, it has not been an easy few months because I've really started to examine how these patterns flow. They really flow in very interesting ways. And the primary way for me to experience it is always to go back to the beginning. The increase of feeling through the aspiration called humility. To feel, open, allow, learn, seek, discover the truth about this feeling and this feeling. I could tell you story after story about it, but I'm going to go fast forward a bit and give you the more recent ones I've gone through, and I'll give you the most difficult ones that I'm still processing. And one of them is primal rage. Yeah, it's true. I acknowledge it. I have it. It's inside me. It doesn't easily present itself. It doesn't seem to come out in my behavior, except that it motivates a lot of my work. So I've had an experience of going further and further out on the boundaries of control to find out that there are things out there that are designed to stop me from growing, from feeling, from progressing in consciousness or health. There's limits. And when I really got close to it, I won't give you all the details about it right now, but not only don't I like it, I'm enraged about there could be a systematic plan to limit not only my progress, but everyone else's progress. And it's the literal manifestation of what causes all suffering, disease, death, violence, and all the other adjectives you want. There may be a central reason why it exists. So I've had to spend some time here, several weeks, of examining my own rage. Now, I won't bore you with my history of it in my own life, going back through my issues with government and policemen, the policeman that wanted to take away my slingshot when I'm 6 years old, and from just because I was doing, well, never mind. And then government or principal or Nixon, the president, and then and on, and banks and this and that, and then right up to governments and God and anger at religion. And yeah, I'm not the only one who feels this way, because I'm pretty sure if you're listening to this on this channel, you really want to be free and you're desperate enough to try things from people who are trying it with you. Yes. Now, the problem with my side of it is I had to notice that my rage was inside my desire to want to progress. I had to look at my motivation. What's motivating my desire to want to create, progress, learn? Why do I want to learn how to be free? Well, pardon my language, but a lot of it is just a giant fuck you. I don't want to be controlled, so I'm going to learn how not to be controlled. Wow. It's taken me weeks to sit inside of that one, and I don't want to be motivated by rage. So I brought myself all the way back to the beginning to sit at the Sunset Lake, peace, just to feel translucent peace, the lake of peace. So I'm still there, and I'm realizing how important it is to examine every intention and motive, just kind of wash it in this lake of peace. From this place, I can make other decisions to orient my intention and my motive. And I want my motive to be innocence, childlike joy, to be in harmony with the social, physical experience of the harmony of love. Not to be empowered by my desire to break away from authoritarian rigidity, no matter whether it's in my own DNA or it's government or it's social phenomena, economic classes, racism, or entities or aliens. I don't want to break away from anything, nor do I want to destroy anything. I certainly don't want to attack anything. Just want to do from inside my lake innocence. And through that childlike innocence, build a desire for the truth about how to do this very same thing from a foundation of innocence, peace. And in the process of this, it teaches me the only way to go from the lake of peace is to go into the place that opens the heart. Non-judgment. I still can't do it. I'm very pissed off at those control mechanisms. So I have a long ways to go to be able to not judge the emotional, physical cruelty in the world around me or anybody else, whether it's planetary or not. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people are dying every day from cruelty, starvation, you name it. The world is not an easy place. To consider the possibility that all of that is intentional and that I'm collectively participating in it. If I have an unresolved rage inside of me, primal or otherwise, I'm transmitting it into the collective pool of rage that now becomes the instrument that causes all sadness on earth. I'm a contributor to it. So I need to not be afraid of it, which I have, not wanted to feel it, still in some sadness about it, and I need to wash that with empathy, sit in it longer, keep coming back to it. Remember the lake of peace. Move forward, not stop. Move forward, childlike innocence, childlike joy. I'm not there, but that's the aspiration. So that I can not only not judge, I can receive. I don't receive very well because I'm afraid of being controlled. So I still have to learn, allow, open, receive with the tenderness of a small child. Now, this is just a little report on my personal progress because I've made a commitment in this 9-month program to share with you my process. And oh, by the way, I haven't been doing that because I don't want you to know what I'm going through. So I betrayed my own commitment. I'm going through things that are deeper than the primal rage. I'm examining it. I want to know the truth about it before I even begin to share it. So I'll do my best to let you know what I'm going through. For those of you who have been in the program, Global Friends, or those of you who are very new friends, yes, there is a benefit to learning something simple like sunset, sunrise, and what does it really mean emotionally. Just be prepared to reach boundaries and receive a kickback. I'd like to show you how to deal with that kickback. That'll come in another video about the use of the mirror. I call it splitting the mirror. I'll do that soon. So this is it for now. No, I'm not done. I won't be done for a long time. I still have a lot of rage that can still motivate me. So I keep working and then I have to drop back to the peace again. I want to own it. I can't transform something by remaining in denial. This is my transparency. Good luck with this information. I know it can be a little challenging to hear something like this, but I'll see you again. Maybe.